Hey, welcome back, Bills Mafia. As you can see, this episode of Bills BK is being shot in a little different setup than we're used to because I'm back home in Rochester, New York, back here in Bills country. Feels great to be back doing an episode on the East Coast. But let's jump into Sunday's game. We pulled off the win, but it obviously was not as ideal as we would have liked it to be. We only ended up winning by a field goal. Obviously, we all thought that we would win by a bigger margin, but, divisional games are tough. You come in there, you think you're just going to, roll over a team because they suck, and then they end up surprising you because, again, divisional game. We play the Patriots twice a year. They know how to play against us. They're used to it. They have all year to scheme against us. This was the first time playing them this year. But at the end of the day, we got the win, and that's all that matters. And also, we did come into this game very banged up. Both of our starting safeties were out, with Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp not playing on Sunday. No Matt Milano, no Rasul Douglas. A lot of key guys were out for this game. So I was just happy that we pulled off the win after a rough first half. But we did get it together pretty good in the second half. We only let the Patriots score one touchdown. We had a defensive touchdown as well. James Cook pretty much played good all game. I think he was the highlight of the game with one receiving touchdown and one rushing touchdown. He rushed for about 100 yards. So James Cook did his thing. He kept cooking. And then also Josh Allen did get a little banged up in the second half. So we tried not to lean on him as much. And also, as you can see in this picture that I freeze framed from the Sean McDermott speech after the game in the locker room, Josh Allen does seem to have a little red mark in his right hand here, which I was confused about because if you look at this replay, it looked like Josh Allen just banged his elbow against a helmet, and that was why he was saying that he lost feeling in his hand. Didn't really have any feeling in his right hand for a lot of the second half, and that's why we saw him shaking his hand off on the sideline a lot for the rest of the game. But he assured us that it was no big deal, and he did get in a full practice yesterday and got a full practice in today, so not super concerning, but I am wondering where this red mark came from on his right hand. So let me know if you guys see something that I don't see in this replay when Josh Allen did bang his elbow on a defensive player's helmet. Also, another negative, Josh Allen's turnover tendencies did kind of veer its ugly head again when he had an interception in this game. Only his sixth interception on the year, which really isn't bad. This is the best that Josh Allen's ever had in terms of his interception rate. Only 6 interceptions on the year this late in the season, so not a big deal. But if you look at this replay, to me it looked like Keon Coleman tripped over a defender. And that's why Keon wasn't in the place that Josh Allen thought he was when he threw the ball. It looked like Keon Coleman was falling over a defender a little bit. So it made him not be able to get up to jump up and contest for this ball like he probably would have been able to if he wasn't falling over a defender. So it made this interception look a lot uglier than it was. But again, only his 6th interception of the year. That's really good for Josh Allen. He's really toned down the turnover. But with the Chiefs win on Christmas yesterday, the number 1 seed is officially off the table, unfortunately. The Chiefs officially have locked down the number 1 seed with beating the Steelers yesterday. But at the same time, since the Steelers did lose that game, they now are not a risk of stealing the number 2 seed from us because they now have 6 losses on the season. But now, since the Ravens did win on Christmas, if they win next week and if we lost our next 2 games, they would win the tiebreaker against us and they beat us earlier in the year and they would be able to steal the 2nd seed from us. So with the number 1 seed off the table, I know a lot of us are wondering how we're going to handle playing our starters moving forward, especially people like myself who have Bills players in their championship fantasy football game this week. What is most likely going to happen is, since we still need to beat the Jets on Sunday to lock up the 2nd seed, we're going to be playing all of our starters on Sunday. So rest assured, if you guys got Bills players, if you guys got Josh Allen or James Cook, you can start them this week. They will be playing the whole game. We got to beat the Jets on Sunday to lock up the number 2 seed, which we should be able to do. But again, divisional games are never a given. And I do think that we will not need to come at the Jets at 100% health. So guys like Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp, as you can see on this injury report, were still limited today. And they were limited yesterday. So we got to see if we can get them healthy enough to play this Sunday. But if we can't, I'd rather let them rest. I think we could beat the Jets without them. But on a plus side, as you can see, Matt Milano and Rasul Douglas got in full practices today. So it's looking like we are going to get Matt Milano and Rasul Douglas back on Sunday, which would be great for us. We had them out on Sunday against the Patriots, so getting them back would be awesome. But I do think most likely with a win against the Jets, we will be resting most of our key starters in Week 18 against the Patriots, which I think is the best thing. We want these guys to be fully healthy for the playoffs. So guys like Josh Allen, James Cook, they will most likely not be playing in week 18. But I do think guys like Keon Coleman will most likely still be playing week 18 because rookies like that, you want to keep them warm for the playoffs. But on the other hand, veterans like Josh Allen, James Cook, Von Miller, Matt Milano, I would imagine all these guys will be sitting out week 18 just to make sure they're fully healthy for the playoffs, which I think is the smart move. So we just got to get this win against the Jets on Sunday, lock up the number 2 seed, because the number 2 seed is still a big deal for us. Because if we get the number 2 seed, it ensures that we have 2 games in the playoffs with home field advantage. So obviously having the home games locked up for us through the divisional round of the playoffs would be a big deal for us. So we definitely will be playing our starters on Sunday. So this Sunday, we'll be playing the Jets at home. Let's just get this win, lock up the 2nd seed, rest our starters week 18, and come into the playoffs as healthy as possible. I still think we have the best chance that we've had in a long time to make it to the Super Bowl. So let's get this win on Sunday. Let's come into the playoffs healthy. And as usual, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button for me. I appreciate your guys' support. Go ahead and show your love for Bills Mafia. I couldn't do this without you guys. So go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. But that's all I got for you guys this week. And I'll see you next week. And as always, go Bills.